Bleeding Love, a short love story inspired by the song of the same name by Leona Lewis. Chapter 6. The Dance of Desire. Days turned into weeks, and the bond between Charlotte and Maxwell deepened. Their hearts were entangled in a dance of desire, their minds filled with thoughts of each other. The passion that had begun as a spark during their dinner had now blossomed into a raging fire, a flame that lit their path forward. Charlotte found herself ensnared in Maxwell's charm, his respect for her only heightening her feelings. His presence in her life had become a sweet torment, a delightful distraction she couldn't resist. Every conversation, every glance, every touch filled her with a sense of longing and anticipation. Maxwell, on the other hand, found himself equally entranced by Charlotte. Her laughter was music to his ears, her intelligence an irresistible allure, and her beauty a sight that left him breathless. He found himself yearning for her, his heart beating in sync with hers. Their professional meetings became a thrilling dance of subtle flirtations and stolen glances. The tension was palpable, the anticipation a sweet torment. Every interaction was charged with an underlying passion, an unspoken promise of a deeper connection. As they navigated through their professional lives, they found solace in each other's company. They found shared dreams, shared fears, and a bond that only grew stronger with each passing day. Their hearts bled love, a sweet wound that was impossible to ignore. One evening, after a particularly long day, Maxwell found himself at Charlotte's doorstep. The night was cool, the city lights twinkling in the distance. As he knocked on her door, his heart pounded with anticipation. Charlotte, surprised by his sudden visit, felt a rush of emotions. Surprise, excitement, fear. But underlying it all was a strong desire to let him in, to give in to the passion that had been brewing between them. As she opened the door, their eyes met, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. There was a moment of silence as they stood there, their bodies inches apart, their hearts pounding in sync. Without a word, Maxwell stepped forward, closing the distance between them. He cupped her face, his touch gentle yet firm. Their eyes locked, a silent confession of their shared desire. "Charlotte," he whispered, his voice barely above a whisper, "I can't ignore this anymore." Charlotte, her heart pounding, found herself leaning into his touch. "Neither can I, Maxwell," she replied, her voice steady despite the butterflies in her stomach. There was a moment of silence as they stood there, their bodies tingling with anticipation. The air between them was charged with tension, their hearts pounding in sync. It was a moment of unspoken promises, of shared desires, of a love that had been quietly nurtured. As Maxwell leaned in, Charlotte closed her eyes, a rush of emotions overwhelming her. His lips met hers in a soft, tender kiss, a kiss that was a promise of a deeper connection, a stronger bond. The world around them seemed to fade away as they lost themselves in each other, their hearts bleeding love. Their relationship had taken a beautiful turn, their hearts entangled in a dance of desire and passion. They were exploring a love that had bloomed amidst the high-stakes world of business, a bond that transcended the professional. They were ready to embrace their feelings, ready to dive into the intoxicating world of love and desire. As they stood there, their bodies pressed against each other, their hearts pounding in sync, they knew they had crossed a line, but it was a line they were willing to cross, a journey they were ready to embark on. Their hearts bled love, a sweet, intoxicating feeling that was impossible to resist. They were falling in love, and they were ready to embrace it, ready to let their hearts bleed love. Their journey of love and desire was just beginning, a beautiful dance of two hearts beating in sync. Bleeding Love is comprised of 6 chapters. To watch or listen to all 6 chapters, why not subscribe to the Romance Diaries? Or if you want to experience your own real-life romance, why not visit one of our sponsors by clicking on a link in the description. This is the final chapter, but don't worry, our next 6-part story, I slept with 3 men and had my first ever orgasm aged 56, is coming soon, so make sure you subscribe to the Romance Diaries on YouTube to get notifications whenever we launch a new story or confession.